to the Congo Hour. I am Kim, and the world has not seen me in a very long time because I am doing a lot of everything. But right now, I am here tonight to let everyone know about an upcoming event with my host. I have brought in the very best of the best in Disco Bingo. Welcome, Mr. Marcy.
What's going on? How are you?
All right, so tell everybody what we're doing, because you know best.
Basically, what we coming to do is give Wilmington a good time. We coming here to vibe. We coming with something new, something different. Bingo, times 10. You know what I mean? So we're gonna create an atmosphere where we take the traditional bingo. I'm gonna bring my little spin to it with a little music mix. You know what I mean? And create an atmosphere that's you can't find anywhere else.
With lots of fun. We're going to do this on Sunday, February 28th. I'm sorry, February 25th.
Right.
Sunday, February 25th at Congo Legacy Center. It's on a Sunday afternoon. It's after church. Won't be late, so you can still come out and have some fun and going back home before it's late.
Do a little day party vibe.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? Come out with the little old school music, little 70s, 80s, 90s mix, all the classics,
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? And what we do is we take bingo, the same traditional bingo, we take a board. I bring my DJ in, you know what I mean, play all the hottest hits, basically connecting music with the artist, or maybe sometimes music with the name, title of the song. So just for the mind to comprehend, the bingo board is the same, 25 squares, 5 by 5, 5 in a row is bingo. So if I'm playing a song by Usher and you see Usher on your board, you mark Usher. You play a song by Foxy Brown, just got Foxy Brown on your board, you mark the board. 5 in a row, you got bingo.
So we hitting 70s, 80s, and 90s. So he just don't know. But if we see the Jackson 5,
you see the,
he's a little young here for that side. But when we see Jackson 5, we see Stevie Wonder, we're going to do our little vibe here. So we got that young vibe going. We know we still might hit a little Usher, because that's in that 90s.
He might get some early Usher.
But so we're going to hit all of the good oldies that we all know and grew up on and had a great time on. And put it all together. You did a little sing-off last time.
Yeah, I mean, just mix it up. I might have some trivia questions. It's just all about, like I said, I always say bingo becomes secondary. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, we come out, we have a good time. We bring a vibe and an atmosphere that's created with grown folks. It's just all good. I mean, all around good time. You know what I mean? So, it should be good. February the 25th.
February the 25th. So it's going to be a lot of fun, too. So, again, bingo, we think about winning. So winning is a part of this.
It's still
bingo.
necessary. Okay. Yeah, it's still a competitive day. They don't be playing there. Like I said, the music might get you up and out your seat two-stepping, but you're going to stop when that next song come back to your board, and then you go back to doing what you was doing for the next few seconds. You know what I mean?
So we're going to have a little light refreshments, a lot of bingo, and then winning. We may have some 50-50. We may have some trivia questions. We may have other ways for you to win. So we really want you to come on out and have a great time.
All around good time.
All around good time. If you have any questions, tell us about your Instagram.
All right, check me out on Facebook, Grown Folks. You'll see the little bingo icon or something that's on there. I see it's a few of them labeled as Grown Folks. That's on Facebook. And on Instagram, Bingo Disco, DEMD. DE for Delaware, Maryland. You know what I mean? Bingo Disco, DEMD. And you can see how I just feel like the past year or so, I just been all around Maryland and Delaware. I find a building, I advertise, I push, we come in there and we shut it down. Any city or town I go to, like it's just a good time.
It's just a good time.
You can see how we really vibe, you know what I mean? It's like a real atmosphere, like just be created when I come in there, you know what I mean?
That's it, lots of fun, lots of good times. Like I said, food, like refreshments. And we're always saying we want something different to do, right?
And
the
it's
world
something
is
different.
like,
I mean,
sick of that same old party.
Yeah, like ain't nowhere where I have been where like whoever you come in there, your brain really can't concept. It don't really comprehend exactly what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because you bingo, X that out. You know what I mean? What we doing, it's like a very, very good vibe. It's contagious. Once you get a dose once, you win the next one.
That's it.
And then on March the 10th.
That's right. We're doing it again.
We're gonna come back and do it again. We're gonna switch it up. March the 10th, we're gonna do a gospel edition. You know what I mean? So for the church folk, it's another Sunday afternoon.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
2-3 o'clock-ish, you know what I mean, till 6 or 7-ish. After church, so you got time to do your normal routine, but then come out and you still get home before it's too late.
Exactly. Get home time enough to get ready to go to work, feed people, whatever it is you want to do.
Absolutely.
But we're still gonna be out and have a great time. And again, I hear from so many people are like me, where I don't go out, I don't do anything. You know, you're not as comfortable hitting in most spaces. I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to go. But guess what? We can all come, have some fun, have some good music, have a great vibe with this disco bingo. And he's an expert here. He's really been doing it for a minute and just knows how to get everybody up and jumping.
Yeah, it's definitely it ain't hard. It's difficult to stay in your seat. Put it like that. It's difficult to stay in your seat.
And just enjoy yourself so you feel comfortable doing whatever it is that you want to do. Because we are playing bingo, so it's a bingo, it's a win, it's a pot. All those things are there. We're also going to do a 50-50. We're going to have some trivia stuff. You're still going to get to win, as well as have a good time. Cherry might give us a little line dancing, so we might take a little line dance break or something.
I'm gonna get you out your seat. We're gonna get a little something going to have you stepping and moving around. Whatever you into, it's gonna happen for you.
That's it.
And it's gonna be a good time. Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to everybody coming out. We're gonna let Trippy put this up on his Facebook page as well, because nobody knows me on Facebook. Because again, this is my first time coming out. So if you're like me and you're looking for something different to do in 2024, and you're going to start coming out a little bit, ease your way out. This is a nice ease out into the new year by having some fun. Still relaxed fun. You don't have to feel like you got to get all dressed up and all that kind of stuff. We want you to come out, be relaxed, and have a good time. So that's the most important thing. Relax and have a good time, good vibes.
Snack on a little something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of this and that. So again, February 25th, and then we're going to do the gospel version on March 10th. And then we're just gonna keep that vibe going.
We're gonna locking in. We're gonna, be consistent here in Wilmington. We're gonna, it's if you uncertain, if you want to sit one out, that's on you. You're gonna miss it. However, check the vibe out. Once your friends, whoever that you send somebody though. Send a cousin, a distant cousin or something that you just want to send out there to test it out.
That's right.
When they come back and report, you gonna make sure you're at the next one.
That's right. So
I promise.
Don't be like me and miss everything. Come on out, because even I came out to this one. So Carmen Anderson Brown first introduced me to this with Women in Labor, who will be doing this again in November.
Yeah,
they do it as a fundraiser. That's right.
As soon as that night was over, we came
locked
last
it
November.
in.
Yeah,
that's right.
We want to do that
every year. We're doing this again. So she introduced me to it, and I'm like, hey, this would be something fun to give the city on a regular basis. Again, if you don't feel like hitting that whole club, going out, dressing, doing all, let's just have some fun. So like you said, grown folks just relaxing, vibing, having a good time. So
grown folks come to vibe.
That's it. So we look forward to seeing you on February 25th and March 10th.
Yeah.
February 25th and March 10th. Thank you so much for being there. We're going to count them there already, right?
They're not going to miss this.
Y'all don't want to miss this.
If you got questions, like I said, lock in on Facebook, Facebook Grown Folks. Look for that. And on IG, Bingo Disco, DEMD. And I got plenty of videos all on there. You can see exactly how we vibing, exactly the energy that we bringing. Grown folks, it's classy, it's a good time. And yeah,
and again, you can come any way you want. I had Cousin Kane, she dressed all up for her 70s, 80s, 60s, she did the old school thing. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. If you want to just come out in some jeans, if you want to come in your church stuff, because you're just coming right after church, you're welcome. Again, we're at the Congo Legacy Center. We'll be downstairs in the banquet hall. So we know that that's a nice, comfortable space where we're all going to have a good time. Girls' night, couples. Yes, everybody.
I had one lady at the last one. She came. I think she was in her roughly 50s, 60s. She's like, I came all by myself. I just wanted to have a good time.
That's right.
And had a ball.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it.
So it's just that atmosphere for you to be safe, comfortable, and enjoy yourself.
And start 2024 off just bringing that new you out like I plan to do. So join me. We're going to start coming out. I got people saying, who is Kim? Kim, you still live here? We ain't know you were still around. What's going on? So yeah, be like me. Come on out, start having some fun and enjoying 2024. All righty. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am encouraging everyone who is watching to like and subscribe and support Congo Children's Corner on Facebook and YouTube. So in case you missed it, you got a lot going on, you want to replay and tell a friend, again, Congo Children's Corner is on YouTube, and Congo Children's Corner is on Facebook. So please support. Welcome to the Congo Hour. I am going to be discussing our city and all the fun stuff we're hoping to have in our city with the fabulous Miss Velda Potter. Oops, I said it wrong. Velda Jones Potter, who is our mayor-elect. And we just want to hear a little bit of what she's saying and what she has to offer and what she's hoping for the city. So please stand by and remember, we're looking for your superpower. Your superpower is your voice, and we want everyone listening to vote, to take a friend that you know can't get there to the poll. Like, it's so important that we all come out for this 2024 election. We want you every election, but especially this year. So come on out. Please stand by. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan, young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.
Since 1975, the Congo family and the Congo Funeral Home have been a caring part of this community. We have cared for you in life, and we have cared for you in death, whether through our seniors' cookouts, our youth citywide cleanups, our support of community events, or our care for families during the loss of a loved one. The Congo family has always been there. When death occurs, whether after a prolonged illness or after a sudden tragedy, it is always devastating to those left behind. And Sammy, Cherry, Kimmy, Trippy, and the entire Congo staff are always there to assist you in any way we can. From the very first phone call to long after the funeral service, we promise to be there for you. Our mission is to serve every family with dignity, respect, and care. We know the economic stress of today, so no matter what your financial circumstance, we pledge to help you celebrate your loved one's memory in the way you desire. So remember, when someone you love has passed away, call Congo Funeral Home, Delaware's premier funeral home. Visit us at our website at www.congofuneralhome.com or call us at 302-652-8887.
Hi, Cherry Congo again, and I just wanted to reiterate some of the services that we offer at our administrative office at 2904 West 2nd Street. in addition to, of course, making your funeral arrangements, if you have to get something notarized, we have 3 different notaries public on site. So come on over, give us a call first, of course, and let us know that you need something notarized. We'll be glad to take care of it. If you need something faxed, just come, give us a call again, and we'll be glad to fax something to wherever you would like. Any kind of services that we can accommodate for you, we're here for you, and we'll be glad to do it. So just remember us. Our telephone number is 302-652-8887. The email address is congofuneralhome@aol.com. Okay? See you soon.
Hi, and welcome to Congo Community Spotlight. I have my favorite mayor-elect, Ms. Velda Potter. Welcome. I'm supposed to say Jones Potter, huh?
Yeah.
Jones Potter. I got that double
Velda.
name there.
Just Velda.
That works for me. So how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about what the public needs to know and what the public needs to show.
Right. So, what the public needs to know is how much power they have.
Yes.
Yet we are now in 2024.
We are here.
And this is a big year for our opportunity as a community, as a city, as a nation,
Yes.
to really impact change. And I think it's so important that people know the power of change
Yes.
really rests with all the people. And I'll just say for our city, we'll just talk
Yes,
about our city.
Let's talk about Wilmington.
And the power rests with people in our city. We saw that late in the year of 2023 when the citizens came out in force. They made their opinions and their voices heard with regard to this one issue around residency,
Yes.
particular.
Mm-hmm.
And that changed things. That
did.
helped save the residency requirement for the city of Wilmington.
Yes.
And, kudos to everybody.
Every person who came out. I applaud each and every one of you.
Yes. And so as we head into this season of, just increased campaign and political rhetoric and so forth,
Yes.
one of the things that happened at the end of the year was those of us who are running for office, like myself running for mayor, had to file our reports for the finance activity that we had in the past year, so in 2023, and the contributions that came in and where they came from and so forth. And Delaware Online recently ran an article about the campaign finance reports
Right.
for myself as the only filed candidate for mayor.
That's it.
I'll say.
Yes.
And someone else who has expressed an interest in becoming mayor has not yet officially filed, but has been accepting contributions.
Wow.
John Carney.
Right.
And it showed the large number of contributions that had been received by him in comparison to very respectable contributions that people have provided in support of my efforts. But it seemed to paint a picture as if large contributions matter.
Right. Right.
And my response to that is dollars don't equal votes.
That's it. And that's very important because the power of the people, again, was shown when we came out. And so the courage, just the strength to say, hey, wait a minute, to get the information. So I think this is key. And again, this is one of the main reasons I have so much respect for you, because you provide information to let people make a decision. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. There's real live information that finally makes you aware of what's going on. Because I am the least politically active person that I know. However, I have very strong opinions about our city and what Wilmington is, what Wilmington can be, and how we need to work and make the entire city better.
Yes.
And how we have to hold everybody accountable. And I sincerely believe that we can get that with Miss Velda. People who know me know I definitely speak my opinion, you know, and I think it's okay that we all have opinions, and sometimes we disagree,
Yep.
and it's okay to disagree. It's just fair to be sure that we're doing the right comparisons.
Yes.
Again, so for the News Journal to try to paint that picture, hopefully lets people see how things roll, how, you know, what's behind the wheel there, who's running things there to even want to paint a picture that way, to not tell the truth.
Yeah. What I will say is that in anyone who saw the communication, what I will say that the in credit to the reporter,
Right. Yes.
she was very clear about the differences in how we respond and react to the question of like, what's our vision and why are we looking to run? What does a Wilmington look like under one leadership versus the other? And there is very stark contrast.
Yes.
In the one case, there's no communication around what it looks like. I mean, nothing.
Right.
Literally nothing on the website, nothing in response, nothing in communication. And I will say I have been and continue to be, and I urge people to check out my website. You'll see very clear about the vision I have for Wilmington and what it can be.
Yes.
And that includes a safer city.
Yes. Yes.
Where children can play in front of their house and feel safe doing so. A cleaner city.
Yes.
Where, when our environment is clean, we feel better and we behave better, we do better.
Yes.
We feel hopeful. All of that comes with a clean, beautified, safe kind of environment. More efficient.
Yes.
Because I am a true believer, and over the years as treasurer and in all of my prior roles, I'm a believer that the taxpayers deserve to get a return for their investment.
Yes.
Walking out of your door, looking on down your block, you deserve to see the value and the benefit you're getting from the taxes that you're paying manifest right there in your neighborhood.
Right there in each and every neighborhood. And so I think
everywhere,
that's one of my concerns has been always with the city, because I guess it's so segmented that you almost think they're different cities, because they're so different. And I just look forward to having something that is just more uniform, where Wilmington is Wilmington, and we are beautiful, and it is a place to be somebody. And I think that, Wilmington, there's so many great things about our city. We have so many great things here. And I think we as citizens here in Wilmington just have to stand up, use your voice, and help get you elected so that we can see your vision and we can live in the city that you're promising. And again, your track record speaks for itself. You've always been able to find and make sure that the money works best. And I think that history is very important.
Yes.
And I just look forward to everyone, every single person who can, understanding the importance of you making certain that you have the right political party. I know right now something's kind of weird, and I don't understand it. When you go to DMV, you're they're asking some kind of confusing questions about, what your political party is. And I just want to make sure that we're not being just pushed into something that suddenly we're ready to vote and we come to find out we can't vote. So I really encourage everyone to check your political party and make sure you are the party. I'm not going to tell you which party you want to be, but I'm going to say to check and make certain you are listed as the party of your choice. And that's very important, because I didn't understand what they were asking me at Delaware at DMV. I just went to go get a new license. What y'all asking me all this stuff for?
Wow. I haven't been, through the DMV process in a while, so I haven't had that experience. But I will tell you, just this morning, I saw a clip that someone was sending around, and the woman was speaking to this very subject. She had recently found that she was not on the voter list as a registered voter anymore.
Wow.
And she didn't know how that came to be.
Yes.
So, and she was not advocating for any particular registration party or anything. She was just sharing it so that people would know to not just kind of trust and rely on the fact that, you were a registered voter, you voted in the last election, but to actually go on and check. And it's very easy to do. You can go on to iVote, the letter I, vote.gov, I think it is. I think it's iVote.gov. And it'll come up very easily, a single screen. You can do it right on your cell phone. You put in your first and last name and your driver's license number, or if you have a state ID, whatever number there, and you hit submit, and it'll bring up your name, your address, and all that. It'll tell you where your voting place is. Now, I would say don't be confused at the moment, because it defaults to the next upcoming election. So the next upcoming election is actually in February for people who live in the Brandywine School District. It's a referendum. So it defaults to that. And for that election, there are like 4 or 5 different places you can vote. But it will update as, after this election, after February, and then once they set the polling places for the primary election, then you'll be able to see and make sure your location is also of where your location is. But you can actually check right now to see that you are listed as a registered voter.
Yes, and that's really important, because sometimes, I have to be honest, the day I got my license renewed, I had lost my license. I'm getting ready to catch a plane. What am I going to do? I can't get through. Still working on getting my passport. That's my goal this year. So I need to, just take care of things. So my focus was totally not on the questions that were popping up. Like, what the heck? What are they? What's going on here? All I need is
you're not in the mode. You didn't walk into the Department of Elections with your mind focused on that. And so that can catch you off guard. And at a time like that, you could very easily
push the wrong button, or do something, or like,
you're not realizing.
And I know I could be very guilty, so I will make sure I check as well, because I was just like, why are they asking me this? This isn't my first time here.
And that's what's a little bit surprising is if you're, I know that there's some kind of automatic process for newly licensed drivers, but I wasn't aware that there was some kind of query or update for people who are already registered voters. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that myself, actually.
And I have always voted in the past, so I am a registered voter. So what the question was like, that was my response. And I'm looking, what are you asking me? What is it? And of course, at this point, stuff is just kind of popping up. And all I'm thinking about is does my hair look right for this picture? Is this going to be a scary license picture? We don't want those state IDs to be scary. So I was totally unprepared for that. So I do hope that we all check to make certain that things are the way we want them to be.
Yes.
So again, not giving any advice on what I think you should do or anything like that, other than to check and make certain that you are a registered voter and that that you are in the political party that you want to be in, so that come primary, you're able to vote where you want to vote.
Yes.
So I think that's really, really important we check those things and stay on top of everything going on, because we know sometimes we're just not prepared.
Yes.
And I think the great thing about you being kind enough to start early, to go ahead and put it out there that this is your goal, helps we, the people, know who you are, like you're saying, what you stand for. And that was what I did like about the News Journal article, that, well, not that I liked it that it happened, but it was very clear that there was no response from the other party, that they didn't want to answer, weren't ready to answer. I couldn't understand that, because this didn't all come together. I need stuff. I'm kind of analytical like that. I want stuff to make sense for me. So it feels better when it makes sense. And so if you are, like, again, running, we want to know what you stand for. And we are the people who should know what that person's ambitions are and, what you want for our city. And the fact that you would be unprepared or not willing or, so hopefully there was, who knows what that was, but it was very clear. There was no response.
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, it's up to everybody who lives in this city, who has a vested interest in this city, and who has a perspective on what they believe the city needs.
Right.
For their individual needs and collectively for us as a larger community.
Yes.
And certainly then one ought to be prepared and eager.
Right, yes.
Eager
to share that. Yes.
And because every opportunity I get, I just love talking about and sharing what I see as possible.
Yes.
I mean, that's the energy, that's the hope, that's what this is all about.
That's what it's all about. And anybody who talks to me know that I'm going to talk to you about pre-planning. I called a friend up recently, and they had their uncle sitting there. I was like, hey, I need to talk to him. He's like, what do you want to do? I said, I just want you to be prepared. I just want him to be prepared so things are easy. So every place I go, everybody I talk to, I answered the phone today. I said, hey, I want to talk to you about pre-planning. So it is, I'm very consistent with that because I truly believe in it. So I think when you are passionate about almost anything, whatever you're passionate about, people see me and they hide their candy. They know that I really want people to eat well. That's another passion of mine. And so they'll hide their diet sodas or their stuff and like, oh, here Kim comes again. Because I just want people to pay attention to what you're putting in your body. So again, and not so much that, but it's just the passion and dedication that I have to, and it's not my body at that point, but to people, because I really want people to be aware of those main things there. Number one for me is pre-planning. I believe everything goes easier when you pre-plan, and food, so much can change when you change your diet, and so many people don't talk about that side of it. They give you medicines and stuff, but they don't talk about how that changes. So when you may run from me because I will say, oh, do you really? Okay, well, let's cut that down. Not so many sodas this week. Come on, let's have some juice. Let's have some, let's figure out how we're going to make this work. And I admire that. Yeah. So like yourself, anyone who can, any second, do you have your 10,000 hours in? Yes. I can speak on this at any time. And when you are passionate about something, it just rolls.
Yeah, and what that boils down to, what you're saying is what you want for other people.
Yes.
Like both of those things that you're passionate about are things you're already on top of.
Yes.
So if it was selfish, if it was just about you,
Yeah.
even the people who are closest to you, you wouldn't say anything.
Share it with the world.
But there's something about being hopeful and wantful for other people
Yes.
to have and enjoy the same kinds of pleasures that you find, or the things that
Right.
you find helpful.
Right.
So those things that you're passionate about, it's that, to me, that's where that emanates from.
Yes.
Is that you want other people
Yes.
to have that same thing, and
Yes.
and that's it for me as
Yes.
well. It's like I want so much for the benefit
Yes.
and the improvement to be experienced, the quality of life
Yes.
to be better for
And
other
that's so
people.
nice for you to want to give, because we know that it's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of work. You're not saying, I'm signing up to go to the beach, or, you know, I'm signing up to go. You're signing up to work really hard
Yeah.
to improve our city. And I commend you for that. Like, I gotta, you know, take hat, boots, shoes,
Right.
everything off to say you are great for caring enough to want to take on that challenge. And so much so that, again, you started early in educating people because we want to make this happen for the city. Someone say, okay, Kim, I live in Hockessin right now. However, my daughter lives in the city, and I want my brother lives in the city. Our business is in the city.
Yes.
And I grew up in this city. So, you know, my family has lived all over the city as well. So we want to, for me, to bring back some of the things
Right.
that I saw when I was younger that I can't see anymore.
right.
You know, so things
Yeah.
have changed a lot. And I travel and I've watched other cities do different things with their communities that I question to say, how come we're not doing this? How come
Right.
instead of this we did this? And so even
Yeah.
though, again, I'm not political, I'm still observant.
Yeah.
You know, I still observe things and say, hey, even in Chester, I saw they did this with their low-income housing and made it really pretty and did a bunch of stuff.
Right,
and
right.
they didn't just erase everything. So, you know, so those are some things that are important to me, that we recognize every single person, and we want to uplift and join every single person. I had the pleasure and I guess the benefit. When I was younger, I went to Tower Hill. And at Tower Hill, I got to meet a lot of people. And everywhere you're going to get a bunch of different kind of things. But I found out people are people.
All over.
People are people.
People want the same
Yes,
sorts of things
yes.
for their lives,
Yes.
their children, their
Yep.
families. I mean that is so, it's so true.
Yeah.
And there's something about the city of Wilmington and people who lived here, who grew up here, and especially those who have had multiple generations who've lived here and grown up here. It's within this state, it's almost a place of refuge.
Yes.
So no matter what, people can always come back home
Yes.
to the city, and there's just a pulse and a heartbeat
Yeah.
within the city
Of people who want to
that people
support each
remember.
other and who
Yes.
were kind, who were kind to each other. Again, I tease forever. Someone else passed that my mother knew, and she said, "What? They used to babysit you too." So I was like, "Girl," but it was a city of love.
Yes.
You know, we did have a community that looked out for each other,
Yes.
and I think that it's important to put things in place where we can
Yes.
live that way again. So I
Yes,
think we
I
have
think
to
so.
have, things in order, because I don't want everybody
Yes.
just out trusting the world with your kids now. But we do need to create a place where we can talk to our neighbors, where we
Yes.
can feel comfortable saying, I'm going to bed, could you turn that down just a little, or can you,
Yes.
where we can discuss things
Right.
and we respect each other.
Yes.
So I think that's what we have to do. And I think as we build the city, we have jobs, we do things where we can have self-respect, then we can respect others. So I think it all goes hand in hand. And, in listening to your vision and you wanting to make Wilmington just better for everyone, and that is speaking of jobs and housing, and you're touching every subject that we need to have that self-respect that we want. And so I look forward to it, as I'm like, I think it's a happy place that we will have, and we're always going to have stuff that we're working on. Always
going to be room for improvement.
Yes,
but the basics, the essentials, that stuff that will carry you to the next thing. That's what we have to really bring back, and that's going to come through policies and decisions in managing the city that come from a place of caring. And that's really what we haven't had. And what we
where
need.
People can just feel comfortable and in there and have peace. Again, everybody know I like peace. So peace is so important, that you feel comfortable, that you feel peaceful, that we have those outlets. Again, I grew up going down to the YMCA, and there were so many different programs. We know we had the place where, and I don't know if it was still the King Center then, where I took piano lessons, and so there
on
was
Market
just
Street.
on Market
yes,
Street.
that was a King Center. I don't know what time, but probably your age, it was early enough that it was a King Center.
Yes, and so there were just different places where we could go and just learn.
Right within the community.
Right within the
community. Yes. And you could walk to it. And, and that's what we have lost so much, is that sense of local community and that spirit and pride around that. And then even across the parts of the city that existed in all of the communities, the little neighborhoods across the city. But even in crisscrossing, there was still this camaraderie.
There was.
Even, if you were at Harlan or George Gray or PS or Wilmington High School or there was just camaraderie even in the competitions and the games and the other things. There was still this sense of unity and collective
and feeling
being.
welcome and feeling safe. We would go to the flower market every May. So, we knew we were going to the flower market. There were just so many things that were automatic. That you felt included and it was okay to go to. So I never felt like it's out there, I shouldn't go to over here or over there. I just felt like, this is another fun place. So we're working on it. We need, so we're going to say again, I need every single person to make sure that you're registered. Let's make sure that we're in the party that we want to be in, and that we are planning and helping other people who we know need to get out and vote, to help them vote. If they need to do their absentee ballots, if they need to, whatever it is, let's bring our community together and help each other make sure every single person votes. Do we know the number that we usually miss? What's the percentage of people within the different areas? Do we know something close? I know it's not always as much as we want it to be.
In terms of voting.
The turnout.
I don't have the numbers right off the top of my head, but I will just say, in contrast to the population of the city and even the registered voters, it's a smaller percentage than it ever should be, and than we can afford for it to be. Because at the end of the day, that's your power.
That's your power.
Your voice is your power, and your voice in this is exercised through your vote. And that's your power. So, and
we're going to make it our superpower. Let's put that S on our chest, and let's get out, make sure we are planning to vote. So, any last words? Because I see I'm getting my signal.
No, I would just echo. Vote. I'll give the place you can check. Your,
yes, please.
It's ivote.gov, and it's very easy. Just put it in your cell phone, and the screen will pop right up. You can put those 3 little things in, and then it'll tell you what party you're in. It'll confirm that you're registered. And if you're not, I think it gives you a way to do it right there.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
yes.
So it's getting easier and easier,
Yes,
better
it
and
is.
better. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch us today. Please put that S on your chest and use your superpower, which is your right to vote. All right. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.